30 days ago, on July 10th, I told one brand owner that I would make him $30,000 per month from his email list, and I only had 30 days to do it. Now, this is kind of a bold statement, I know, but I'm really good at email marketing. So to me, it's very realistic, number one, but also number two, I've done way bigger numbers, way faster, and I've done so dozens of times. So it is also extremely achievable. Now, in just a second, I'll share the exact plan I made to get to 30K per month from email, but just understand that the plan had to be bulletproof because the stakes were high. Now you might be like, how can the stakes be high? I haven't seen you promise him anything. I don't understand. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been in the e-commerce space for years, so I already have a reputation of always hitting targets. The truth is, every single time I've sent that kind of message to someone, it led to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for them. So the day I sent that message, I did not plan on breaking the cycle. Because if I did, people wouldn't trust me as much and they would be way less likely to pay me. So how did everything go? Did we hit $30,000 per month? Did we not? Let's go over the entire strategy, the things I did, and how everything performed. So on day one, July 11th, the first thing I did is browse through the email account just to come up with an action plan. And that's when I found out the first setback on our journey to 30K per month. Every time this brand sent an email, only 2% of their entire email list saw it.
Now that's bad, because now I know that we're landing in the spam folder. It's not that people don't want to read our emails, it's that they aren't seeing them in the first place.
And that's kind of scary because getting out of the spam folder takes time, and we don't have time right now. So what any email marketing expert would tell you is that you would have to warm up your email inbox.
They would slowly try to get your email from the spam inbox to the promotion tab, and from the promotion tab to the primary inbox. And that can take weeks. Mathematically, if we do this, we will not reach our 30K per month goal. So we need to throw this option out of the window.
So the strategy I ended up going for is buying a brand new email inbox that was already out of the spam inbox to send our emails from. So instead of wasting a bunch of revenue opportunities during the time that we spend getting out of the spam folder, taking weeks to do it, and investing a bunch of efforts into doing something that's pointless, the strategy I went for is buying a brand new email domain. So instead of, for example, if the brand was Nike.com, I'm not going to share their domain on this video, but let's say the brand was Nike.com, I basically bought Nike.co, and to that new domain, I attached a new email inbox that was already out of the spam folder and into the primary tab. And really, the only downside that I can think of with that strategy is that you cannot ramp up email volume as fast with the new inbox. That's the only thing. But we still won with that trade-off just because when you're landing in spam, nobody sees your email. With the new inbox, people do see them.
After testing the new inbox, you can see that the spam folder issue almost completely went away. So you can see the open rate was 2% before we got started, even 1% in some cases. And really after we implemented the new inbox, you can see the open rate climbing to 24%, 27, 35, and then 41. And you can see the trend basically, it kept on moving up from there.
And that right there was a huge win because during the time where we bought the new email inbox and basically ramped it up, during that time we also set up brand new flows inside of the brand's account.
That includes emails that go out to people who visit a product page and then leave, emails to people who add an item to their cart and then leave, or emails to people who go to checkout and then leave the page without completing an order.
So for these emails in particular, I had data on exactly which product people wanted because they've added them to cart, went to checkout with them, etc. And then I could make the email content very specific to whatever they wanted.
And now that we were out of spam, people actually received our emails and they started converting. Just to give you an idea of how impactful that was, here is the revenue progression of our checkout retargeting. So quickly, I'll refresh the page so you can know all of these numbers are real. And essentially, you can see the performances of the abandoned checkout flow inside of the account. So right here, it went from generating no sales at all to consistently getting revenue in the doors as the open rate goes up. So you can see the open rate in blue moving up as the revenue over the abandoned checkout goes up. And I've actually taken a screenshot of these two graphs just so you can see the correlation better. So they're right here, and I'll actually move the open rate graph on top of the other one and lower the opacity, right? So in blue, you have the open rate, so right here, and I'll map it into the revenue of the abandoned checkout flow, and you can see the direct correlation. And that happened on all of our flows. So the abandoned checkout, the site abandonment when people go to the website and then leave, on the browse abandonment when people go to a product page and then leave, the welcome sequence obviously, and all of the flow performances just got better as the open rate went up.
And that's when we started hitting around $2,000 per day on a consistent basis. Now at that point, things started to look really good. because at the 2K per month pace, if we kept on doing that for like 30 days, we would have blown the 30K per month goal right out of the park. But there's another thing. Now that people were opening our emails and we started ramping up the email volume, we actually got a ton of data on what people actually wanted and how we could double down to make the emails perform better. At that point, I started seeing way more opportunities on how we could make more money through the email funnel.
We can make so much more just because we haven't tackled the conversion rate optimization stuff, as I told you before. But if you are down for like me, basically, if I can, like, we are gonna make like way more money.
So then I started doubling down, right? Because looking back, like genuinely, I probably launched 3 split tests every single day for what seems to be a very long time. So I've actually taken a second to look at the most impactful split tests I ran on that account. And right now I'm just gonna share them with you. Hopefully you can use them for your brand and get like an increase in revenue for yourself too. So I'm just gonna get into them right now. So the thing we split tested the most by far is our sign up form, because at this point, the email funnel started to convert really, really good. And we just had to expose more people to the emails, right? We had to get more email subscribers in the first place. And to do that, we split tested our sign up form pretty much every single day because traffic allowed us to.
You've probably seen sign up forms like these on other companies' website. Well, turns out these sign up forms bring even more traffic to your email that are already working and even more sales.
So as I optimized our email sign up form to get more traffic out of our current traffic, what happened is our email list grew faster, our flows got more traffic, and the campaign we sent were able to go out to way more people and make way more money. So now the second most impactful improvement I made was on the campaign, right? Because I kind of made a mistake and really I was advertising a lot of different products, and through sending campaigns and looking at the data, I basically realized that one product or one product category was pulling way more revenue than all of the rest. So really what I did is just double down on that one and only promote this product/product category. Like, don't get me wrong, people are still getting emailed about secondary product, but that's more for our retargeting, right? Very bottom of funnel retargeting. And that's only basically for people who come to our website and add secondary item to their cart, interact a lot with items that are secondary. Only then we just retarget them with the specific product that we know they're interested in. But if it comes to a general email subscriber, we don't have any specific data on that specific guy, then we would just send him email campaigns that are on our top sellers, if that makes sense. And then the third most impactful test I ran on that account is testing all of the hook of all of the email retargeting we had in that account.
And by hook, I mean the first section that people see when they open your emails on mobile or desktop.
So I'm gonna say this just in case you're just getting started in your marketing journey, but just like with your ads, just like with your website or your landing pages, the first section of your marketing message is always the most important one. So that's the one I tested the most because this is the one that has the most impact on revenue. Now, the reason I'm only mentioning this now is because before, toward the beginning of this account's journey, we were landing in spam. So the priority was getting people to see the email in the first place. Now that they're seeing it, the content actually mattered. Before, it actually didn't, because if we made changes to the email content, people weren't seeing it, doesn't matter.
And because of these changes, you will see that we got past 3K per day from the entire email marketing funnel. So this is July 23rd with 3.5K a day. I'll just go over the other days really quickly. July 24th, I'll refresh it, let it load, 3.7K. Then July 25th, we might do like a few more days so you know the trend basically. But July 25th, 4K day. July 26th, let it load too, give it a second, 4K day, and then last one, July 27th, because you kind of get the point now, I think. Let it load, 3.5K day. Again, yeah, super consistent. And now let's take a look at exactly when we got started, at what revenue level, and let's check on whether or not we completed the challenge. So we started on July 11th. Let's take a look at July 11th. So July 11th, click on it, and let's see the revenue level. So $700 per day. You can see even the day before was way lower, but essentially that's when we got started. So starting from that point, let's take a look at exactly when we got past 30K per month, and I believe that was on the 26th, right? So 15 days later, about that. And yeah, we got past 30K per month. We were at 30K per in the last 15 days essentially. Now, this wasn't the end of the first 30 days, so we just kept on scaling from there. And let's take a look at where we got at the end of the 30 days, right? At the end of that challenge. So August 11th, and we did $88,000, right, at the end of the 30 days. So starting from $700 per day, we got the brand to like consistent 3K per day by just increasing open rate, consistently split testing and everything. And eventually at the end of the first 30 days, we not only crossed 30K, but also got to 88K per month. So now let's just do some quick math. Let's assume we don't change anything. And let's assume we just keep on running the emails the same way we've done them. We don't split test. We don't make any improvements. This is what we could do in just 12 months, right? So this times 12, just to make it a year. And over the course of a year, this is over $1 million. And all of that purely through emails, right? You can see it 100% email based. And again, this is assuming we don't make any changes.
So I guess this is your sign to start taking email marketing more seriously. And just like this brand, if you want my help for your email, click the link below to start working with me. Like and subscribe if you want more of these.